Richa Mohanty, welcome to Business Studies classes. In previous classes, we discussed about the topic that is partnership, and in these classes, we will discuss about the new topic that is cooperative society. Let's start our class. So, as the name suggests over, the meaning of cooperative is basically related to the works together, or we can say that the working together for the common purpose. So, the meaning of cooperative society is, the cooperative society is a voluntary association of persons who join together with the motive of welfare of the members. So, on the above meaning, it concludes some elements. First is voluntary association. So, here voluntary association means there is free to enter and free to exit the firm. That means here no one can be pressurized to be a part of the society, and the person, if you want to leave the society, they can leave easily with a give a small notice. And it is related to the associations of person. So the second element is person. That means at least 10 adult person have to be required to form a cooperative society and join together. That means they can be cooperate to each other to fulfill the objective. And here the main objective or motive is related to the welfare motive. So welfare motive is basically related to the more interest on social interest and economic interest rather than to maximize profit. So here the meaning is that here some person, that means at least 10 adult person is start the business with a common purpose, and whatever the profit earned, they can be distributed among themselves as per the ratio. So here this is registered under the Cooperative Society Act 1912, and its principle is each for all and all for each, and self-help through mutual help. The important the example related to the cooperative society is, we can say that the best example is Amul and also Mother's Dairy. So this is all about the concept of cooperative society. Now we discuss some features of cooperative society. Let's start. First is voluntary association. The membership of cooperative society is voluntary. Any person of 18 years and having a common interest can become its members. That means there is freedom is given to its member to enter the association and exit the association. No one can be pressurized to be the part of its members and can be continue as a member of the society. And here at least 18 years persons having a common interest can start the association. That means at least 10 adult person is required to start the cooperative society. And there is also no discrimination on the basis of any religion or any gender, caste, etc. The next is legal status. The registration of the cooperative society is compulsory, and we know the registration is under the Cooperative Society Act 1912. As per the registration, or after registration, the cooperative society become a legal entity distinct from its members. So as the registration is compulsory, so the cooperative society got the legal status. As the legal status, it is treated as a separate legal entity. Separate legal entity. So separate legal entity means the associations and members are two different forms. As they are treated as a separate legal entity, so the association can be sued and be sued on its name. The next is liability. Liability of the members of the cooperative society is limited to the extent of amount contribution by them as a capital. So here the member is not responsible and the member's personal property is not responsible to recover the business debt. Next is control. So here in cooperative society, one managing committee is generated to take all the decisions. So all the decisions are taken by the elected managing committee. All the members elected a managing committee through the one man and one vote, and they can run on the basis of democratic pattern. That means there is equal right is given to all the members that allowed to give their suggestions, opinions and problems. The next is service motive. As we know that the cooperative society is main aim is related to welfare service, and its main aim is also to protect and promote the social economic interest rather the profit maximization. If any surplus generated, then these are basically distributed among the members in the form of dividend. Dividend is a part of the profit. So these are basically the features of cooperative society. Next we discuss the merits of cooperative society. So the first merit is equality in voting rights. As we know that in cooperative society, the members are allowed to give their suggestions, problems and opinions regarding the business matter. So here we can say that in cooperative society is runs through a democratic pattern. So we can say that there is one man for one vote. The next is limited liability. As the liability of the cooperative society's members are limited nature. That means the limited is only the extent of the capital contribution by the members. Here their personal assets are not liable to recover the business debt. The next is stable existence. Stable existence is related to the continuity of the cooperative society business. So here is not affected by the death, solvency, insanity of the members of the cooperative society. So the business or the cooperative society business is carried in longer period. The next is economy operation. Economy on operation means in cooperative societies basically aims to eliminate the middleman. It helps in reduce the cost and also it reduces the risk of bad debt, because here the member of the cooperative is treated as a customer as well as the producers. The next is supporter from the governments. Basically cooperative society is supported by the government, and as it runs by the democratic pattern, and it also enjoys the rights or exemptions, privileges from the and concessions from the government in the form of paying low taxes and given the subsidiaries from the government, and also low interest rate on loan can be enjoyed by the cooperative society's member. Then the last is formation of easier formations. That means to form a cooperative society is easily formed, or we can say that easy to start with 10 adult members, and it is registered under the Cooperative Societies Act 1912. Discuss some demerits of cooperative society. So first demerit is limited resources. As the cooperative society is related to the capital contribution of members, so here the society faces some shortage of funds because the members means is limited, and means the resources. The resources belongs to member in cooperative society is limited. So here the demerits is due to the shortage of fund, it could not do any expansion activities or diversification activities. The next is inefficiency in management. As the decisions is related to the every members and decision is selected by the elected managed committee, so we can say that it is unable to employ expert because they are inability to pay them higher salaries. Here the limited resources is available, so they cannot appoint any other expert, because if they appoint, they pay higher salaries. Next is lack of secrecy. Here in cooperative society, the secrecy is not kept in secret, because in its affairs of the business or in this at the time of meeting, it is openly shared all the secret. Its affairs are discussed openly in the meeting due to the disclosure obligation, and this is related to the clause 7. Clause 7 of cooperative society, that the secret is openly to every member. That means every member is free to inspect any books in the society at the any time. The next is government control. As we know that the cooperative society members enjoy all the related to exemptions, privileges which are given by the government. So it is bound by, the members are bound by the rules and regulations related to the auditing of accounts and submission of accounts, etc. And it also reduces the flexibilities in operations. And the control basically exercised by the state cooperative department also negatively affect the freedom of the operation. And the last is difference in opinion. So here the different members are participate in the meeting, so all the opinions are different. So here the dispute arises due to different opinion of members of the cooperative society. It leads to basically difficult in decision making, and it also hamper the welfare motive of the cooperative society and also hamper the success of the cooperative society. So these are the basically demerits of cooperative society. And in these classes we covered the meaning of cooperative society, merits and demerits. Thank you for watching.